Hi, it's Stacy Hervella from Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs and the Gardening Simplified podcast and radio show. Today, I'm going to show you two different ways to remove large branches from a large shrub. So the shrub I'm pruning today is an instant karma elderberry, and I love this plant. It's obviously huge, and I call it my bird playground because when it's leafed out, and even when it isn't, I wouldn't be surprised if a bird lands in it while we're filming, in fact, because the birds love to use this for shelter. They hide in here, they play in here. I've seen them sleeping in here with my binoculars. So it's a really important part of making my garden more hospitable for wildlife, which is super important for what I do. But as you can see, I do need to thin out some of the branches. It's going a little bit overboard into my neighbor's yard. And I need to thin out some of the branches over here so that I can get back to prune my Sweet Summer Love Clematis, which we're going to show you in a separate video. But whatever large shrub you're talking about, whatever large shrub you have, the same principles that I'm going to show you are going to apply. And we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to do one with a hand pruning saw like this, and the other with a pair of loppers like this. Let's get started with the loppers. So first I'm going to cut off one of the smaller branches with these loppers. And loppers are great because they can really extend your reach. So you can see that it's kind of hard for me to get into the center of this elderberry because it's so big and the branches are coming out. And loppers, especially like these from Corona, actually extend, so I can get a couple of extra inches out of them, which is really nice. And you can see that these are rated for branches up to 1 3/4 inches diameter. So you're not going to want to take out anything too much larger than that. You don't need to get out your ruler or anything. You can just estimate it. But if you find that you're using your loppers and it's really, really hard to make the cut, you're probably trying to cut a branch that would be better for higher rated loppers or a handsaw. So let's take out this branch. So I'm going to take out the branch as far as I can reach it and then neaten it up after I take it down. So now I'm going to take off that branch that's all the way up back there against the fence, and I'm going to use the handsaw. It's a little bit thicker than the one I took out with the loppers, and it's also a lot harder to get into. So I'm going to get in there with my handsaw. Now when you're using a handsaw like this, it has a trigger, a safety trigger, and you want to make sure that's fully engaged so it doesn't fold down on your hand while you're working. So that's really it. You can safely take out up to 1/3 of the total growth on your shrub in any one pruning session. I may take out a little bit more, but like I said, my goal here isn't to make this really thin or reduce its size, just so that I can get back there to prune my clematis and give a little bit more space down here so I have a little bit more planting room, which is always a good thing. Now, like I said, I did this with a loppers and a handsaw, and I think these are two really, really good tools to have in your garden arsenal. Loppers are useful for all sorts of things, and I love these handsaws. In fact, I always take them camping so that if we find bigger branches on the ground, we can really easily cut them, and it's really light and easy to put in your camping kit. If you have any questions, you can always reach us at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of these videos or videos of our Gardening Simplified radio show and podcast.